All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And real briefly, I want to go into make sure I'm good. Let me share my screen too. And shalom to Allah Akim Akwath who tuning in. Yahweh Shemel Shabrak Thumb. But I want to go into a lesson as you see for the title. It's something I was just kind of meditating on just now, kind of and laughing about it. And it's true though, you know. And I know we all heard it growing up. I'm sure some of us out there who older than the average brother or sister, who been around, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, so on and so forth, right? But the thing is that I'm sure we all heard that this is a white man's world. You see? That this is a white man's world. And we even use that this is a white man's heaven and a black man's hell, and that's a common saying. And it's true though. You see, it's true. And I'm sure we all have heard that, man. And you know what? Esau meant that. When he said that in the past, he meant that this is a white man's world. And you know what's so funny? And man, it's beautiful also that the Lord give us the answers to these things. The answers to, mockery, the comfort of Esau jokes. You know how they got like, slavery jokes and shit like that. Like it's okay. You see, we get it. We understand the condition. But the point is that, we always grew up hearing that this is a white man's world. And we may have felt some type of way about that. That's why it's funny, because now we can laugh about it because it's true. It's true. But we always heard this is a white man's world. Now, again, we probably felt some type of way like, what you mean? Right? I'm a man too. Or you see? While how Jake do like the civil rights marching and shit like that. Jake want to make the point of, well, I'm a man too. But the thing is it's true. And Esau was always right about that this is a white man's world. Because according to prophecy, this is Esau Edom time to rule the world, man. But what I was laughing at before I started this lesson is that you heard Esau, you heard that saying pushed out a lot in the past, that this is a white man's world, and go back to Africa and how Esau put himself on a pedestal. But this is the thing, you don't hear too much of that no more. Look, I don't remember the last time I heard somebody say this is a white man's world. And even if he did, you right. And that's why it's funny, because you're right. And you know why Esau ain't trying to claim it no more? Because it's full of wickedness. It's full of rainbow flag supporters, right? You got the Democrat Party that Esau hates so much. You got high prices, people suffering. It ain't that old America as they once knew it, man. So that's why they don't want to claim, or they might say, well, this ain't the America I grew up in. You're right. But guess what? It's still the white man's world. It's just at the end of it. And that's the realization that the Lord have blessed us with. I see the brother Ashiel diagrammers from Basra real quick. Amos 3:7. Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. You see? And that's a beautiful thing. Because look, in times past, and it's a thing, not saying just because Esau don't claim it or because it's not that glory he once had, that it's not it's not the white man's world no longer. No, it still is. It's at its end. And that's what we know now. See, in the past, when they was able to say that, when America was first getting built up, when they had the slaves and all the plantations and making money, free labor, they was able to say that then. They was able to say all that back then. And who was able to say anything to them? And after America got built up, then they took it to the world. with the military dropping bombs, had the world in fear, man. Bro, Esau had the world in fear. Nobody moved, nobody said nothing, nobody did anything against America once upon a time. And he was able to proudly proclaim, "This is my world," and he was correct about that. Let's get this real quick. In Genesis 27, he was correct about that. Right? But now, why he ain't saying the same? You know, they had to say a couple years ago, it's okay to be white. Well, why the narrative switch that fast? Now you saying it's okay. Now you trying to play the victim because he know he losing. He losing. We at the end of his kingdom, so it's still his world. It's just he embarrassed. He can't. You see, he don't want to claim it no more. Because look, think about it. If Esau, you know, these conservatives, you know, the MAGA supporters, if they was to claim this world and say this your world, think about what they putting on themselves. Rainbow people, you know, just the degeneracy that's filled in the world. They gonna have to eat that, man. If this your world, but see, they don't want to take that on themselves. And according to prophecy, we can tie these people to Esau, Edom, because it fit right up. What's that scripture in Habakkuk that the Lord will turn they glory into shame, roughly paraphrasing. But let's get this real quick, because it was only two nations that had rulership over the whole world, right? And Esau, Edom, he got his first. It was given to two brothers, Jacob and Esau. Esau being the father of the so-called white people, as we will know them today, are Caucasians. You see, no matter if they over here in America or Russia or Europe, you know, Edomites. And you had Jacob, his younger brother, who, you know, is the forefather of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Now, in this chapter, Genesis 27, the blessing of rulership over the whole world was given to these two sons. No other nation was promised this. You know, Xerxes wasn't given rulership, though he had a large, you know, vast province. I think 127 or so. You know, yeah, you know, Esau had power in Rome, but well, not Esau, but you know, Pharaoh had a great kingdom when Moses number he didn't have the whole world. That was given to two nations, Jacob and Esau. But look, right now Esau got his. So when he said this is a white man's world, that was 100% true. Slacky. That is 100% true, not was, because we still in his world. So now, look, I would tell a white, or look, a white person today, man, it's your world. Look, this the white man world. This your world. I will gladly agree with them today, because according to prophecy, it is, man. It's Esau's world right now. Let's read this real quick. This is Genesis 27. Esau crying for his blessing. We're gonna get straight to the point. Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered him and said, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth." Look, I'm gonna give you the earth. You see? So it's gonna come a point in time where the descendants of Esau was gonna be able to say, this is a, you know, as they change their names, right? But this is a white man's world. This is the Edomite ruled world. According to prophecy, at the end, we will be in an Edomite ruled world. It says, "And our dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven from above." All these blessings, the riches and oil and dominion over the nations. You're gonna get that. And how he got it? Verse 40. "And by thy sword shalt thou live." And we know that's how he got it. "And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break the yoke from off his neck." But I just wanted to get the point. This was his blessing. So yes, we agree with that. This is his world. Let's read 41 too. "And Esau hated Jacob." See, that's why so-called white people got a problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It ain't just because we could jump high. You know, I know that Yashawamba went into a video. He went into like the black history, some black history information. But right, why Esau make it their business to force us to continue to go off as a people? Because they know that we have this blessing. And that's what they hate about us. That's why you got the simple thing as cop killings and right, black people being so-called black people and Hispanics being harassed by the government. Right, it's set up like that because in their spirit they hate us because we blessed. We really gonna have the true dominion over the whole world. They got it for a point in time. And look, 1,000 years into the kingdom, our glory ain't gonna be turned into shame. We ain't gonna be embarrassed to say this is either a Israelite world. Hundreds and thousands of years into the kingdom, we ain't gonna be embarrassed to say this is, start taking down statues. Hey, look, we start taking. Granted, we ain't gonna have no statues that's idol worship or nothing like that. But you know how Esau once the George Floyd stuff, they started taking down founding fathers statues because they was embarrassed because of their past history. Right, in our kingdom, we ain't gonna be taking down old statues, right? Changing names of and what our forefathers did in the past and stuff they said. No, we gonna stick to that, man. You gotta change it because it's wicked. And he don't want to say that now. But let's read this. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith, and so like I'm just getting thoughts off. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart. So this the mindset of these Edomites. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and then I will slay my brother Jacob. You see, but I just wanted to get that to show, look, Esau is his blessing to have the rulership over the whole world. And he right. Matter of fact, I see the brother got 2nd Ezra 6. Let's get verse 7. And he right. So if somebody say that, look, we can agree with them. They right about that. But what it say about your world, though, is going to end. And we at the end of it. So we can agree it's your world. Yeah, you had us in slavery. Yeah, you was the man. You was on plantations and CEOs, and you had the suit and the shaved face. But this world about to end, and that's what we understand now. That same world we grew up, it's the white man's world. And Esau on TV, you see, you know, right? Saved by the Bell, shit like that. Right? Esau just being what the model citizen, what everybody wanted to be, who these governments started wearing suits and changing their ancient customs into being like Americans, man. Right. This world we once knew is finally about to be over with. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first? Now we just read Genesis 27, the two brothers. Who was the first? Esau. It says, when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. This happened for a reason. Two twin brothers, and we explained that, earlier. If somebody just came in, Esau being the father of the so-called white people or Caucasians, as we would know it today, and Jacob being a father of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But when these twins came out, Esau came out first, and Jacob came out. Look, Jacob came out grabbing his heel. Now, mind you, they was fighting in the womb, so that's telling you, look, Jacob was really going to the end. He wouldn't let Esau, he wouldn't let Esau go. But what was that symbolic for, though? What was that symbolic for? It says, and Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world. Right, and that's where they got it mistaken at. This ain't the white man's world as far as the earth. This is the white man's eon. This is his age. This not your world. This not your earth. This is one that's for Israel. This the scripture say, if a brother want to post that, the earth, the world was created for our sakes as Israelites. So even when they say this the white man world, they talking about an age, an eon. You see, an age. And look, your age is almost done, because according to prophecy, once you done, then the other nation who was given rulership over the whole world, they gonna rule and take the world and rule it after that, and they gonna have an everlasting rulership, and that's for us, the Israelites, man. And it's so beautiful how the Lord had it, to where He had Esau, our arch enemy, you know, the last heathen ruler to grow this vast kingdom and advance society with technology. You see, and the knowledge How it said in Daniel, the knowledge gonna spread, roughly paraphrasing, in cities, skyscrapers, Times Square. He allowed Esau to do all this, have the greatest people in the world in captivity in this great kingdom, brag in our face. Look, knowing the history, knowing who we are, knowing who he is, bragging, thinking they good, thought they had us, all for the Lord to turn the table. And right here in his same kingdom, he was saying, this his world. We telling him, we ruling next, and we gonna rule over you in our world, in the same earth we in, man. Just like it says in Psalms 2, the Lord is preparing a table in the midst of our enemies, right? He gave us this truth back in this man world. What that is, Hosea, the first chapter, how it said, in the same place it was said to us, we not the people of the Lord. It says there, so in the same place, we are finding out we are the children of the Most High. You see? So it's beautiful how the Most High had it set up, and Esau thought he was just this smart, civilization started with him and technology. Look, the world that we gonna get next gonna be far advanced than Esau what he got. The point is it is a white man's world, but it's his age to rule. Real quick, Second Ezra's and we go wind it down. Second Ezra 6 and verse 7 again. 7 through 9. Second Ezra 6 and 7. Then Asadiah and said, what shall be the parting of asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. It's the reason for Esau, or the so-called white man, for Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So it's gonna come a point in time when we gonna tell this man. Remember, you used to say it was a so-called white man's world. Hey, look, that's Isaiah 14. That's Isaiah 14. Is this the man? Let's get that real quick. This you? I thought this was a white man's world, right? We gonna talk. The Lord gonna allow us to talk our stuff to Esau and these other nations. Let's get that real quick, and then I want to get that his shame for glory, or glory for shame. But real quick, when the tables turn, this Isaiah 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. So although we're in captivity right now, and this is a white man's world or a Edomite's world, right? The Lord gonna once again choose his people. It says, and set them in their own land, and a stranger shall be joined with them and shall cleave to the house of Jacob. All Israel gonna be gathered. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So this the heathens. We gonna take them just like they took us when Esau ruled and had us as servants and handmaids, male slaves and female slaves. But we gonna do the same thing. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That's what's gonna happen. And prove is talking about now, because we're going to the king of Babylon. It's Babylon the Great. And it shall come to pass in that day shall the Lord give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. And look, we're gonna finally chill, man. As Israelites, look, that's all we want to do anyway. Really, Jake just want to chill. You see? It was that I seen on Instagram. It's a little Mexican dude. He had some Hennessy and Coke. He was like, I just want to chill. You see, that's all we really want to do. We just want to chill, man. Have a good time, kick back and vibe. But we gonna do that. And that's the beauty of it. We telling these people that in their kingdom that we about to do that next. And we gonna rule over them. It says, and thou shalt take up, check this out. So this is what we gonna say, and thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, so against Esau, and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. I thought this was your world. I thought this was your world, Esau. Yeah, the Lord. Hey, look, if we talking shit now, and we in captivity, right? We ain't got no protection like that. We know we got the Lord, the angels, and I'm talking about physical, guns, and Esau, the tangible things they can see. How much more when we got new bodies and Dangle better do nothing? We gonna be talking, man. I think it is in Isaiah 60 or 61, how it says, "In their glory shall ye boast yourselves." So just like he boasting now, this is a white man's world, calling us boy and all that. Right, the table's gonna turn. But you see, they ain't saying none of that no more. Why? Because this ain't the world they grew up in. This ain't the America that they remember. That's why in their spirit they so with Trump. They need to they need to make America great again. Because this not the world that they once knew, man. And see, it's beautiful for us because if it's not the world that they once knew, that means prophecy is true. And look, I ain't mean for that to rhyme. But if America ain't the world that they once knew, then that means what we talking about is true, man. That this place is coming to an end and we about to rule. It says, "Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, How have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, America." It says, "The Lord have," who did it? "The Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers." You see, Esau, he gonna fall. And look, this also what we gonna tell him in the kingdom. Salaki, I mean, a little excited. It says, verse 16, "And they that see thee," so when we see Esau in the kingdom, "and they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee," right? "And consider thee, saying," because look, we're gonna have to look, when you narrowly look at something, it's like you squinting, trying to pinpoint it. And it's saying consider, we're gonna have to not consider as if we're gonna be shocked, but it's gonna be like this man went from the, like Elder Yashawamba say, the hunk of the earth to ruling your face on the money. You ruling these nations, you taking all the earth resources, right? America with the technology and the talent and the sports and all that. You went from ruling the world with your military dropping bombs to you a little feeble, shriveled up old white boy laying in this dungeon right here and can't do nothing about it because you ain't got your sword with you. You ain't got your blessing with you. Your blessing gone now. Now what you gonna do? You see? So, come on, man. It says, "And they that narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, and that did shake the kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness?" So see, when it was your world, you made it as a wilderness. Sirach the 10th chapter. And that's why the Lord got to take it from you. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You ain't do right by it. And it says, "And destroy the cities thereof, and open not the house of prisoners." You see? Let's see what brothers got. See what brothers got. And Shalom to all the Akim Akwath who are tuning in. Yabashim Shabrak There's Nahum 3 and 6, the brother Azamawath in the NLT. It says, "I will," let's get the whole thing. I just going into ancient Nineveh, which we can like in America unto it, got the same characteristics, same guides, so on and so forth. Let's read it. And when you read it, it pretty much embodies Revelation 18 when it go into America. So, in other words, this whore in that the Lord described Nineveh, that's like the whole America twin sister. The same thing, doing the same thing. So we can liken America to this ancient Nineveh. But watch what it's gonna say. This Nahum 3. What we gonna start at? What verse that brother had? Verse 6. Let's start at 5. It says, Nahum 3 and 5 in the NLT, it says, "I am your enemy." Now, again, the Lord talking to Nineveh, right? But America could be likened unto it. It says, "I am your enemy," says the Lord Yahweh of heaven's armies. "And now I will lift your skirts and show all the earth your nakedness and shame." And we in that time, Esau being fully exposed. Nobody believing him no more. And then what people thought they should have believed, they found out that was a lie. All his ways are against life. You see, he entrapping And I got some people cutting grass over there, so Salaki if y'all can hear it. And but we about to wind down. But his he entrapping these other nations in a dollar and debt. But now everybody see that. His so-called founding fathers and how he built up America. Everybody saying it was on bloodshed and wickedness, and now that's being shown. And look, so now they not claiming this day world no more because they embarrassed. Look, it says, blessed is the man who see the fall of his enemies. They don't want to admit they falling. That's what it is. Because if they say this day world, and then you got to admit you falling. Come on, man. If this still your world, then you got to admit it's done for and it's falling. And Jacob next. It says, and now I will lift your skirts, and I will show all the earth your nakedness and shame, and I will cover you with filth, and show the world how vile you really are. Come on, man. Let's get. I know I got one in Habakkuk. Oh man, I thought I was sharing my screen the whole time. So like it. There we go. So like it. I thought I was sharing my screen. But let's get this real quick. No, not that. Which one it is? Well, we'll get the Habakkuk as well. But which one it is when they say? Let me see. Shame, glory. Let's get this one real quick, and I'll see what y'all got on the comment board. But yeah, Esau, he don't want to say that no more. You see? You got these proud look, as close as to election year get. Look, we gonna see what talk. Esau nervous right now. Nervous. This is a Habakkuk, and look, this going into the times. We ain't matter of fact, the brother wanted it. Thing is in his chapter. Yep. So we gonna start at the top with that brother had then. So this Habakkuk chapter 2. And I'm gonna give verse 1. It says, and I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, which are the prophecies, and make it plain upon tables. That's what the Lord got us doing today, making these ancient words be easily to be understood in modern times. It says that he may run that readeth it, so it could spread. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and would not tarry. You see that? Now let's jump down to 16, because this is what we're seeing. And it's going into Esau and his fallen kingdom. And see, man, it's beautiful because this actually going into our time and what's taking place now. We're going to just read it all the way down to 16. Let's do that then. I might jump down, but let's continue. It says, so behold, so look, all what we about to read, these things are for an appointed time. You see? He said the vision is for an appointed time, and now he about to give us a rundown on some things that's coming in the end. It says, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And we know Esau, he ain't upright in spirit. It say, as soon as the wicked are estranged from the womb. It says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Who is this talking about? Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all peoples. So this is in the time he was in his pride, when he was saying, this my world, when he was gathering nations and resources and riches. You see? Getting people to go off by his democracy. It says, but the table's going to turn, because now we're seeing this. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that's where we are right now. Esau, all the stuff that he gathered, and it's just dead. That's that thick clay, I bought yacht, that he got himself in. All these nations are turning from him. Look, you got bricks. I seen a brother do a lesson. I ain't watch it. Seen this, somebody reposted it. How I think like 127 or so countries looking to get under the bricks new digital system. I ain't really read it, so I can't really speak on it right now. I gotta look into it more. But that's the point. Everybody turning away from Esau. It says, and shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and a wake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations at the time he was bragging, and at the time he was in the climax of this being the white man's world. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, and because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Now let's jump down. This is what I want. No, we got to keep reading this, because this go into the part on why he don't want to admit now that this still his world. It says, woe to him that coveteth, and evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high. See, taking everybody else, what everybody else got, so he can be lifted up, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. See conversations like that Esau don't want to talk about it nowadays. What you just have to have, what they had in the schools, in the public schools in Florida, when you can teach certain things on Black history in the schools. I forget if a brother know, but they were saying pretty much the sensitivity of the white students. This information couldn't be brought forth. No, what you mean sensitivity? No, they got to be embarrassed for they forefathers' actions, and that's where we at now. That's why stuff like this, he don't want to say this my world no more. Because if it is, you responsible for rainbow flag supporters running rampant, all freaky in the streets. You responsible for the food being poisoned, all these sicknesses that's going around, right? You've been responsible for the air being polluted, water being polluted, animals going extinct. You've been responsible for the wickedness that's been put into these people's mind, no matter what country they're in, man. So that's what the so-called white man did with his opportunity to rule the world. He messed it up. And now he don't want to admit that this his world. Yes, this is the results of your actions. And he don't want to admit it now. Now he want to say, well, brother, it's us against the elites, brother. It's us against the 1%. No, this your world. It's you against them. We pilgrims passing through. That's it. This your world. It's you against them. You missed out on a birthright. So it says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people. Look, when we talk about genocide and what he did to the Native Americans and what he did to what he doing over there now in Palestine with the Palestinians, they don't want to talk about it. It says, and has sinned against thy soul, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the temple shall answer. And woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. All this is going into, because look, at first he was proud, taking over people. But now it's saying it was built by blood, iniquity, and people know that now. People see you now. And Obadiah is kicking in. What it say? You are greatly despised now. You greatly despised among the people. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. Once upon a time, he was able to put statues of Andrew Jackson up, the founding fathers, Robert E. Lee. But now all of a sudden they taking them down because they embarrassed by their past actions. But you can't run from this still your world, white man. This is still Esau world. It says, behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? It's the point I wanted. So seeing he embarrassed now, it says, and thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Come on. Everything Esau gloried in, bragged about, the things that made him, the things that lifted him up and put him on his pedestal over the world. You see? That great divide from the race between the leader of the world and then all other nations. How he was able to say, look, this is a white man's world. Right. Now all of that shame is a shameful spewing is on his glory now. Everything is falling. Everything is the dollar that was, once powerful on the earth. They literally once called it, even Lil Wayne, the almighty dollar. They call it the all. You got people who call this little piece of paper the almighty dollar. Had Floyd Mayweather praying to it. Lil Wayne, what he said on a Millie, something about the almighty dollar, right? But shameful spewing being put on all that, man. But he can't run from it. This still your world. Look, we gotta put that on Esau now. This your world, man. You can't run from that. This your world. You right about that. This your world. I'm gonna see what y'all brothers got on the comment board. I end it. But yeah, they be trying to run from that, like in the kingdom. Look, I ain't gonna be calling Esau a white boy. In this world, if I call Edomite a white boy, he'll be offended. No, he gonna be hoping we call him a white boy in the kingdom, because Edomite gonna hurt worse. that's gonna be more offensive. You see? Now if we call them that, they don't really know what's going on like that, right? It might hurt somebody who know, but if come on, man. But that's look. Once upon a time, they had to say a couple years ago, it's okay to be white because shameful spewing is on their glory. But let's continue. Let me see what brothers got. Right, the brother said a couple years ago they removed Theodore Roosevelt statue. Yup. Let's see. Let me get this. Baruch 3:8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. So we ain't hit a rule. It's not our time to rule right now. And that's what we understand. And that's why we got closure. I like that word closure. We have closure. We understand what's going on and we okay with going to work and being aggravated and because we get it. We know this ain't gonna just be forever. Our people who don't know, who really serious about voting and trying to get people to vote, they trying to change it from being a white man's world through voting and the black dollar and buying back the block. No, this man world, let him have it. Let him have it. Why would you? I don't want this to be mine. This shit is trash. This shit is trash. Like brothers was laughing yesterday, and I told brothers like, because everything being redone, the food being brought back, like the McRib every 4 years, all the Jordans, being brought back, the same colorway, all the movies. I told brothers, man, eventually before we get out of here, if they keep making shit, we gonna see a color purple on ice. we gonna see a color purple on ice, because the point is they're running out of ideas. You just had the color purple on Broadway. So why would you want this to be your world? Let this man have his world. Let him get him. Look, not somebody, but a brother put it up. Let's finish this first. But we got to continue in city to come. Right now, we're in captivity. And look, it's a good feeling seeing that the place you in captivity in is falling. Don't it feel, man, people going fear, people going worry when the lights go out, how they gonna contact their boss to tell them they can't come in or they ain't got power at home. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't have to take no PTO. I don't have to talk to them no more. Let's do it. That's the mindset we got. Let's do it. We pilgrims. We just passing through. We don't even stay here. We just temporarily here. Really, we ain't even from here. I be telling my 9-year-old daughter that I be having to remind her, look, we not from here. Our people ain't from here. But anyways, Baruch 3:8, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh, our power. And that's why we're here. But it's beautiful because now we seeing the end of us being scattered. And that's the good news. We seeing, well, we got it in Esdras, and what shall be the end of the first? We seeing the end of the first. We literally seeing the end of the first. And his world is in it. Esau, Edom. We seeing the end of it. Ecclesiastes or Sirach. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and a 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. We truly are live and direct living out this, well, a lot of these precepts, but this precept right here, we seeing the fall of our enemy. Once how we was told I had to eat that, this the white man's world, and we couldn't say shit about it. What we was gonna say? No, it ain't. I'm a man too. I'm a man without it. You know, his face on the money, right? Yeah, you could say, well, we are more athletic than you, but then you look all the owners and CEOs, Edomites, right? But now this still his world, still put that on him because it's the fall of it, and now he don't want to bear that. No, you gotta bear that, Esau, and that's what's gonna make him come at Jacob because he don't want to bear his fall. Revelation the 12th chapter, Revelation 12 and 12, he don't want to bear his fall, and that's what made the man Esau. And I'm about to wind it down, but that's what made the man Esau finally want to kill Jacob. When you think about that, Esau never had a problem with his brother Jacob. Now I'm sure they had, fights and shit here and there. If they was fighting in the womb, I'm sure they had fusses and fights, when they grew up. Shit, we fussed and fought with our brothers and our siblings. So I'm sure they had fusses and fights. But Esau truly never was not said in the scriptures, but I'm extrapolating, speaking as a man. He never truly wanted to kill Jacob until when? When did he finally say, okay, this shit enough? Until he realized the blessing was gone from him, and Jacob was just got that blessing. That's when he said, I gotta kill him. He never wanted to kill Jacob until it was made known that his blessing was gone and his brother got it. That's where we are right now in the story, just like Cain. Cain didn't want to kill Abel until when his sacrifice was accepted. He was blessed until that. So now if we out here talking about Esau, your world falling, we about our Lord about to come back, and he know it's true. Look, these elites know it's true. Guess what they realize? They losing their blessing and not being accepted like Cain and Esau, and Jacob are able about to get that blessing, man. Guess what they gonna do next? I gotta kill him. I gotta kill him then. Revelation 12 and 12 and 17. He want the woman when he come after the world. You see? So yeah, let that man take that on. This is his world. Let him have it. Obadiah 1 and 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done. Because look, when Esau fall, all nations gonna fall with him, man. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee, and thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Now, let's see. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 6 and 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes, right? For the Israel's sakes. Isaiah 45 and 18. For thus saith Yahweh that created the heavens, the power himself that formed the earth and made it. He established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited. I am Yahweh and there is none else, right? Because you have Esau thing when he said this is my world, as if he talking about like the earth itself. No, this your age, boy. This not your, this our world. This your age. You got to age a time period in our world, man, in your Hawashai world, really. But it don't continue. It don't, like it say right here. It don't. I was gonna continue because this is for us. It's a fubu. The kingdom gonna be the earth, the kingdom. I might have the old fubu jerseys. I might have a fubu garment in the kingdom because it's gonna be for us, by us. You see? It says Hebrews 13 and 14, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. And right here, we know this place ain't gonna continue. It ain't even gonna continue for Esau. So why would we invest in it? That's what Moses knew in Hebrews 11. He knew Egypt wasn't gonna continue. That's why he was willing to suffer a short period with his people, because he knew the blessing that was gonna come through Yahweh was gonna be greater. Right? But we seeking one to come, man. Let me see, I want it down. Let's end it on this. 2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, and that's why the comfort come in there, because it ain't like we just saying all these things in vain. No, it's 100% true. And it's the thing, the world, they might not believe what we saying because it's far-fetched, but the ones who know what's going on, these elites, they very well know we telling the truth. Matter of fact, Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. It's Philippians 1. Philippians 1 in the NLT. Because as we push in this word, they know that this is our beginning of salvation, and that this is their end. Just like Herod, when he found out Yahushua was born, why he wanted to kill the Lord. You see? Because he knew the king was here. And if the king was there, what that mean for Herod the Edomite? That he wasn't gonna be the king no more. But this is what Esau realized now. Like it said in Revelation 11 and Wisdom of Solomon 5, as we standing on our feet now, great fear falling on these people. Why? Because they know it's true. Fear wouldn't be falling on them if we was some random lames. You see? And just talking like Sinetta and them. They ain't worried about no Sinetta and them. All Christian church. The Christian church gotta force themselves and make themselves victims. You see? Go to pride parades and just make themselves victims. No, man, the real fear comes in the message that we speaking, because it's literally changing the world and bringing forth ours. Yahweh Shai said that when this gospel of the kingdom we preach in all the world for a witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. But let me get this real quick, because as we pushing this word, Esau notice his end. It's Philippians 1, 27 and 28 in the NLT. It says, above all, you must live as citizens of heaven, conducting yourselves in a manner worthy of the good news about Mashiach. Now, this the NLT, it say good news, and in the KJV it says gospel. So the subject matter is the gospel, which we are preaching and teaching, right? This gospel, which is good news for the Israelites. So let's see what it got to say or gonna say about us preaching this gospel. It says, then whether I come and see you again or only hear about you, I will know that you are standing together with one spirit and one purpose, fighting together for the faith, which is the good news or the gospel. Now, as we fighting together, right? Akim Akwath, one purpose, one spirit, pushing out this gospel. This is what it's doing. It says, and don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies. Because like I said, we go stand in great boldness, right? But check this out. So the average person might think we ain't doing nothing, but those who know what's going on, this is how they look at it. So as we push in this word, this gospel, it says, don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies. That's why. It says, because this will be a sign to them. See, Satan got us in a big ass truck. We're gonna read it again. We're gonna read it again. So us preaching and teaching, it's a sign to them of what? It says, we're gonna start right here. Standing together with one spirit and one purpose, fighting together for the faith, which is the gospel. And don't be intimidated in any way by your enemies. This will be a sign to them that they are going to be destroyed, but that you are going to be saved even by the Most High himself. Clear, man. That's clear. That's why Esau afraid. You see? That's why, the simple thing is they don't want to proclaim that this day world, because now with us saying Esau the last heathen ruler. If you come to an Israelite and say this is a white man's world, we gonna say you right. According to prophecy, you right. And if they say that, you confessing that y'all the Edomites. Because if this your world, then Yahushua said the son of the Most High, at the end, he was going to come back to an Edomite ruled kingdom. So if look, hey, see, now they don't want to say that though. Hey, the Lord, man, the Lord cool. He got to look there. He got them backed against their wall in their own kingdom. They nervous in their own. We ain't gonna be nervous in our kingdom. You see, nervous. Oh, what he said. Esau nervous in his own kingdom. Come on, man. But let's end it. Let's read this again. 2 Peter 3 and 3. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Righteousness. You see, but now Esau, he don't want to take that on himself. He don't want to say this is a white man's world. Because if it is, then look what he responsible for in the earth. A whole lot of BS, rainbow flag, and wickedness. You see? And if he say this is the white man's world, guess what he indirectly saying? They the Edomites, because it said that Esau was going to rule at the end, at the time all is going on, at the time of Revelation 13 and 16, the MOTB, at the time of World War III. So if he say that, guess what he's saying? Indirectly, he's saying he the Edomite, man. They the Edomites. If they want to say this the white man's world, then they saying they the Edomites. And look, even if they say, well, what we meant was, try to switch it up. You can't switch it up. This still your world. It's just ending now. It ain't the same glory you once had. We know that, but it's still yours, right? See what bros got. We gonna hit these two. Hey, shalom, tall Akim, Aqua, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shabrak, Thumb, shalom to the brother Lamad. Oh, and I found my shades too, to the brother Lamad. I found them. Found them this morning. Second Ezra 9 and 13. It says, and therefore be not thou curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Man, that's fire. That's a FUBU scripture right there. For us and by us. Look, the Bible is FUBU, written for Israelites by Israelites. See, man, we hit that. That's a bad. We're gonna hit this again. Second Ezra, we're gonna read it again. Since this is the spirit of things, since we talking about world, because yeah, this is the white man's world, but it's in a sense of this the white man's eon. This is his eon, his time to rule, just like every other heathen or nation had a time to rule. That's it, that's all. And we next. Let's hit that again. Second Ezra 6 and 7 through 9. Then answered I and said, what shall be the pardon asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac. Man, and that's beautiful because it hit me. It says, what shall be the end of the first? That's literally where we at right now. The end of the first. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And this was the significance of that. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. In modern terms, now is the so-called white man's world and time to rule. But when he fall, next will be the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans time to rule. And it's so clear to see that now. Come on, man. And it's amazing. How does your kingdom and you hush mouth? How you hiding in secrecy in your kingdom? Ain't nothing gonna be secret when we rule the elite in the kingdom. Yahweh, King David, them ain't gonna be hiding under rich family names and, trying to be disguised like you don't rule. Man, we gonna let you know we rule. But that's to tell you, when you doing stuff in wickedness, you gotta be in secret. You gotta be in secret. I know I keep saying that said, but brothers putting some heat. 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. Then cometh the end, when he, talk about our Lord Yahweh, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, Bishop Nate, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. And it says next, for he must reign until he have put all enemies under his feet, man. And that's what we waiting on. And then I can't wait to, man, granted, we might say something else. We won't even know, like the Apostle Ramlab went into a beautiful lesson earlier on just the thought of the kingdom, just the excellency we gonna have. But some things we say, I'm gonna do this in the kingdom, brother. I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna do this. When we get in the kingdom, man, we probably ain't gonna do half of the stuff or even think of half of the stuff we talking about now. You see, we gonna see colors we never seen, animals we never seen, food we never seen, smells we never smelled. So this, but anyway, we gonna end it because I'll be rambling all day. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I just wanted to touch on that. You see, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. This is Esau world, but we gonna rule next. Oh, that's what I was about to say. But I can't wait to come down and say and tell Esau, one of these elites, this is an Israelites world, man. That's what it's gonna come to. And you know what? Just the F with Esau and the kingdom, I might say a black man's world. Hey, get one of those American Edomites. I might tell him this, yeah, it's a black man's world. Nah, you see? Because you know that's gonna hurt him more. I'm playing, but I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Hey, the water for tuning in, the water akin for the precepts. Y'all pop precepts, but I'm in the Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Akim out there who pushing this word with truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe on the gospel. And keep fighting, keep pushing. We gonna be out of here soon, man. Lord willing. See, Lord willing. Then look, at this time we ain't gonna have to just be on a comment board, comment and talking about Shalom. We gonna hug, we gonna do all that. Hug. Brothers gonna be able to finally salute, and sisters, and brothers and children. Man, it's gonna be beautiful. But the thing is, although that sounds like a fairy tale to this world, man, that's our reality, man. That's literally about to happen. Just hold on, Lord willing, we endure. But they keep fighting, keep pushing, and with that, Shalom.